Very, very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys were able to solve the questions of transportation industry. So let me give you a quick brief about what we have discussed till now. So we have started with service costing. In the previous two sessions, we discussed few questions relating to service costing. So it's a method of costing used by those companies who are into service sector. This method of costing is used to calculate the cost per unit of service. Further, when talking about units, it can be single unit and composite unit. Further, in transportation industry specifically, the composite unit can be calculated using two ways, that is absolute or commercial. When talking about absolute, they use the weighted average approach, and when talking about commercial, they uses the simple average approach. We discussed many questions on transportation industry because wide variety of questions are available in study material. Apart from this, in past few attempts also, MTPs, RTPs, there are variety of questions the examiner has asked relating to transportation industry. So I have covered most of the questions. In fact, I have covered different variety of questions. So I hope you guys have revised all what I have discussed till now. Anyone having any doubts or queries in transportation industry, you guys can please post your query. I'll discuss few questions, whatever the queries you have. Since there are two more sessions on service industry, so whatever the queries you have in transportation industry, I'll be addressing all your queries. And whatever the questions you have, I can solve those questions on transportation industry. So let me check first. I'll post the answer in a while, Tambeshwari. Hardik, I'll post the answers, don't worry. Anyone else with any doubts? Ankit Mishra, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Kasak Yadav, everyone. Anuradha, Neetu, Nitin, Pranav, everyone. Srinivas, good morning. So, Dev Kumar, sir, I have a doubt that wages to driver is a variable cost. So, if we are paying fixed wages to the drivers, it's a fixed cost. I repeat again, if we are paying fixed salary to the drivers or conductors or cleaners, it's a fixed cost. But let's say if the company is paying some sort of commission on revenue or anything, and so when talking about revenue, it keeps on varying. So if the commission is paid on some sort of revenue to the driver or conductor, it will be variable. Rest, if it is fixed salary is being paid, then it will go under fixed or standing charges. I hope your query is resolved, Dev. Anyone else with any other doubts or queries? Hardik and Tambeshwari, I'll be putting up the answers, don't worry. Dev Kumar, anything else? Good morning, Dipali. I repeat. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
बोला सर.
Nothing. Fine. So we are done with transportation industry. Now let's start with the next part, that is hotel industry. So I'll be discussing a question from my material. The same question is there in the study material also. So let's start with example number 8, costing of hotels. Example number 8, I request you guys to please open the material. I'm discussing example number 8 from my material. Costing of hotels. We are done with transportation industry. Since बहुत सारे variety of questions available थे, so that's why I've discussed many questions on transportation industry. In rest of these various types of industries, we'll be discussing one questions only. So let's start with example number 8, costing of hotels. So a hotel is being run in a hill station with 200 single rooms. The hotel offer concessional rate during 6 off-season months in a year. During this period, half of the full room rent is charged. So there is a hotel with 200 single rooms. It offers concession for the 6 off-season months, and wherein half of the room rent will be charged. The management profit margin is targeted at 20% of the room rent. It means, in simple terms, we can say 20% of sales. The following are the cost estimates and the other details for the year ending 31st March 2021, wherein occupancy during the season is 80%, while in off-season it is 40%. Total investment in the hotel is 300 lakhs, of which 80% relates to building and the balance relates to furniture and equipment. So the total investment is 300 lakhs, 80%, that is 240 lakhs is related to building, and remaining 60 lakhs is related to furniture and equipment. Room attendant are paid rupees 15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of room in a month. Further, the additional expenses are given wherein staff salary, that is excluding that of room attendant, is given, repairs to building, laundry charges, interior charges, miscellaneous expenses. Further, annual depreciation is to be provided on building at the rate of 5% and 15% on furniture and other equipments on straight line method. Monthly lighting charges are 110, except in 4 months in winter, where it is rupees 30 per room, and this is on the basis of full occupancy for a month. You are required to work out the room rent chargeable per day both during season and the off-season months using the following information. Assume a month to be of 30 days and winter season is to be considered as a part of off-season. So let's start with this question. Now, see, in hotels, no need to bifurcate that this much is fixed, this much is variable. See, what we used to do in transportation industry, that is, we used to bifurcate all the expenses in three parts, that is fixed or standing cost, variable cost or running cost, and maintenance cost. So now in hotel industry, no need to bifurcate all the cost in various parts, that is fixed or variable. Straight away, you can prepare a statement of cost. However, if the question requires that you have to bifurcate fixed and variable, then you have to follow the instruction. Rest all, if the question is silent, you can directly straight away prepare the statement of cost. So let's start with all the expenses that are given straight away. Staff salary 8 lakh. Repairs to building 3 lakh. Laundry charges are 1,40,000. Interior charges are 2,50,000. Miscellaneous expenses 200, 200. Now let's start with depreciation also. So 240 lakhs into 5%. So this will be 12 lakh. And remaining 20%, that is 60 lakh, that is on furniture. Into 15%. Now, so all the expenses are considered, depreciation is done. Now, 2 points are left out. First one is room attendant, and second one is lighting. So herein it is given, then that room attendant are paid rupees 15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of rooms in a month. So in short, the room attendant are paid on the basis of rooms occupied. So herein, see, in transportation industry, we used to calculate ton kilometer, passenger kilometer, ton mile. So in hotel industry, what we do, calculate the room days. That is the number of days, the number of rooms occupied in aggregate. So let's start with calculation of room days. So herein it is given in the question that the hotel have 200 rooms and the season period is 6 months and the off-season period is also 6 months. And the occupancy during the season is 80% and in the off-season it is 40%. So see, there are 200 rooms in the hotel and during the season the occupancy is 80%. It means 160 rooms are occupied every day. And there are 30 days in a month. And total for 6 months, it is the season period. Similarly, for off season also, 200 rooms, 40% is the occupancy into 30 days in a month, into 6 months in a year. So this will be 28,800 and this will be 14,400. So in aggregate, it will be 43,200. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can please post your queries. Very good, Gurminder Kaur. Anyone having any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your queries. These are 30 days. 30 is the number of days into 6 months. Now it is given in the question straight away that room attendant are paid rupees 15 per room per day on the basis of occupancy of rooms in a month. So 43,000 are the 43,200 are the number of rooms occupied into 15 rupees per room per day. So this will be 6,48,000. Let's say it is working note number 1. Now next is calculation of monthly lighting charges. See, when talking about lighting charges, it is given that the monthly lighting charges are 110, except in 4 months in winter, it is only 30 per room, and this cost is on the basis of full occupancy for a month. Further, see in the last line, it is given that winter season to be considered as a part of off season. So see, in generally, for 8 months, very important guys, for 8 months, it is 110 rupees per month. For 4 months, it is rupees 30 per month. When talking about these 4 months, these are in winters and it is considered to be an off season. So let's start with calculation of lighting charges. See, we'll bifurcate it in 3 parts: season, off season. Season, again, 6 months. Off season also 2 months and 4 months. When talking about season, 200 rooms are there, 80% is the occupancy, and for 6 months the lighting charges are 110. Again, I'm not multiplying it by 30 because these are the monthly lighting charges. These are not the daily lighting charges, it is monthly lighting charges. So 200 rooms, 80% is the average occupancy. So on an average, 160 rooms are occupied every day. So 110 are the monthly lighting charges into 6 months. Similarly, here also off season, 200 rooms, 40% is the occupancy. For 2 months also the lighting charges are 110. And when talking about off season 4 months, 200, that is in winters, 200 into 40% into 4 months, and for these 4 months the lighting charges are only rupees 30. So this is how we'll get the total lighting charges. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. This cost is based on full occupancy. That's why we have to consider this occupancy part. Hardik, please read the language carefully. Srinivas sir, can you please explain how you got season and off-season months? So see, it is given in the question straight away that 6 months is the season period, 6 months is the off-season period. Further, winters are off-season. So here the season is of 6 months, wherein the charges are 110. When talking about off-season also, for 2 months it is 110. For remaining 4 months it is rupees 30 only. Anyone else having any doubts or queries? Waiting for your queries, guys. Vasak Yadav, winter season assumed to be off season. See, I'm not assuming anything. It is given straight away in the questions. See, read the last line that assume a month to be of 30 days and winter season to be considered as a part of off season. I hope your query is resolved, Hardik, Kasak, and Srinivas. Yes, Mr. Srinivas, any other queries or doubts? See again the same question. Sanya, see it is, read the question carefully. Monthly lighting charges are 110 except in 4 months in winter when it is 30 per room. And this cost is on the base of full occupancy for a month. So that's why occupancy means for 80%, 40%, and 40% in the various months. That's why I have multiplied it by occupancy. It's not written irrespective of the room occupied. It's on the basis of room occupancy. Anyone else? Srinivas sir, why bifurcated in 2 months and 4 months? So see, Srinivas, for 8 months the charges are 110. Read the question carefully, Srinivas. Monthly lighting charges are 110 except in 4 months in winter it is 30 per room per day. Sorry, 30 per room. So it means for 8 months it is 110. And for the remaining 4 months in winter, that is a part of off season, it is rupees 30. So 8 months when we bifurcate, 6 months will be of season and 2 months will be of off season. So this is the breakup of 8 months, and the remaining 4 months that is in winters. It is 30 per room. Please read the question, Srinivas. I am not saying that winter is off season, Dev Kumar. Read the question. Assume last line of the question, assume a month to be of 30 days and winter season to be considered as a part of off season. Please read my question. It's not 4 months. It is not 2 months, Gurminder. It is 4 months in winter. It is to be part considered as a part of off-season? Please read the question carefully. Dev Kumar, Gurminder Kaur, Srinivas. Giving you 2 minutes time. Please read the questions. I haven't checked the study material, Kasak. Let me check the study material also. 1 minute. See, in study material, read the 6 points. Those who are referring the study material. Okay, so that last line is missing. That is, winter is considered to be an off season. Okay. See, in study material, they have assumed that winters will be treated as an off season, dear. See, they have assumed that winter is an off season. Generally, in hill station, winters are like off season. So that's why the study material has assumed it to be an off season. In study material, they have assumed winters as off season. So you can write your assumptions there. Anyone else with any other doubts or queries? Anyone else? Yes, Dev Kumar, Nitin, Kasak, Srinivas, Gurminder Kaur, Sanya, Hardik. Anyone else? So it's very simple, guys. If you're finding anything, controversial, better write it. Write your assumption in the footnote. So let's proceed further. So we are done with this calculation. We have got the monthly lighting charges. I think we have considered all the costs now. So 8 lakh, 3 lakh, 1 lakh 40,000, 250, 200, 200. Thereafter, we have considered depreciation and we have considered the monthly lighting charges also and the room attendant. So this much is all what about cost. So my total cost will be so this will be 45 lakh 71,000. 45 lakh 71,000. No, we will never. Summer is the peak season. Manvi in hill station. Everyone rush to hill station during summers only. So in general, we will assume that winter to be a part of off season. The assumption should be appropriate. You can't assume anything. It should be appropriate. Anyways, so we are done with the calculation of total cost. Now we'll calculate the revenue. See, it is given in the question in the second paragraph that the management profit margin is targeted at 20% of the room rent. So revenue will be how much? 45 lakh 71,000. 20% of the 20% of the room rent, it means 20% of sales. So if sales is 100, 20% is revenue, cost will be 80%. So this 45 lakh 71,000 is equals to 80. So how much will be 100? That will be my revenue. Now we have to calculate the room rent. Till now, anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can please post, giving you 2 minutes time to post your queries. Now see, this much is the total expected revenue. Now it is given in the question. It's given in the question that the hotel offers concessional rate during 6 off-season months in a year. So the hotel is offering concessional rate during 6 off-season months in a year. So for 6 months, they are charging 50% of the room rent, and for 6 months, they are charging the full room rent. So let's say the room rent during season be X. Therefore, room rent during off season be 0.5x. If during the season the room rent is X, so in off season the room rent will be what? Half of the season rent, that is 0.5x. So see, the number of rooms occupied during the season is 28,800. The number of rooms that are occupied during the season, it is 28,800 into the rent, that is X. When talking about the number of rooms that are occupied during the off season, it is 14,400 rooms are occupied, and their rent per room per day is how much? 0.5x. And this should be equal to my total revenue. इसका total जो आएगा वो हमारा क्या होगा? Total revenue 571,3. So this will be So value of X will be and for off season it will be if you guys have any doubts, any queries, then you guys can please post your queries. Very good, Nitin. Very good, Dev. Srinivas, sir, why can't we use directly the occupancy room days here? See, the total number of rooms occupied are 43,200. During season, it is 28,800. During off season, it is 14,400. So the room rent is different for season and off season. For season, if it is X, then for off season, it will be 0.5X. So that's why 28,800 into X plus 14,400 into 0.5X, this should be equal to 571,370. 571,3750. So accordingly, I have calculated the value of X. That will be the rent for the season, and the room rent for the off season will be half of the rent calculated. So this will be 79.35. Nitin, please recheck your answer. Nayan Patil, sir, how revenue is calculated? Nayan, I have used the simple mathematics. Profit is 20% of revenue. So if revenue is 100, profit will be how much? 20. So cost will be how much? 80. So cost I have already calculated, that is 45,71,000. This is equals to 80. So how much will be 100? That will be my revenue. Hardik, no. A clear no to your answer, to your question. You have to follow the instructions that are given in the question, and always remember, guys, some or other sort of information will always be given in the question as regards the concessional rent. So no need to assume that it will be half or whatever it is. Always follow the instructions that are given in the question, and do remember that some information will always be given if there are any if they are charging any concessional rent during off season or in any other way. I mean. So Hardik, Srinivas, Nayan, hopefully your query is resolved. So don't take vague assumption, Hardik. Always follow the instructions that are given in the question. Some or other information will always be given in the question, Hardik. Manvi, sir, please explain again the calculation of room rent. So Manvi, it's very simple, my dear. Let's assume that the room rent during the season is X. So in the season, if it is X, then in off season, it will be 0.5X. That is half of the season rent. So X can be 100 rupees also, 80 rupees also, 70 rupees also per room per day. So if the rooms are 28,800, if the total number of rooms that are occupied is 28,800, into the room rent per room per day is how much? X. So this will be the total revenue during the season. This will be the total revenue during the off season. That is 14,400 into 0.5x. And the total of this will be my total revenue, that is 571,3750. So accordingly, I have calculated the value of X. Good question, Hardik. Now, see, read the question. See, as I'm telling you guys again and again, read the question carefully. Half of the work is done if you read the question carefully. So, see, Hardik, read the question. Second paragraph. Sorry, right? Let's start with the first line only. A hotel is being run in a hill station with 200 single rooms. The hotel offer concessional rate during 6 off-season months in a year. During this period, half of the room rent is charged. It is clearly given in the question, Hardik. Manvi, hopefully your query is resolved. Manvi. Okay, so I'm done with the solution. Those who want to copy the solution can please copy. See, at the end of the day, you should get I mean, if you're able to calculate the correct answer, then it's up to you. You can follow any approach. ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं मिस्टर नितिन प्रजापति. I request you guys to copy the solution, specifically this part. Giving you 2 minutes time to copy. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation specifically, you guys can post your queries, because now I'll be asking you, I'll be putting a few questions in front of you. So till now, if you guys have any doubts, you guys can please post your queries. Manu, read the question carefully. Mr. Mallu Jadar, I repeat, please read the question carefully. It is given that during off season, half of the room rent will be charged. That's why I have taken 0.5x. Kambeshwari, in transportation, in transport of the question, you take monthly cost, but here you take the revenue. See, Tambeshwari, in transportation industry also, I have calculated the revenue. That is cost plus profit. The point is, I'm not doing anything on my own. I'm just following the instructions that are given in the question. So in few questions, I have calculated the revenue also in transportation industry. You can refer, I think, example number 3 for your reference. Example number 3, example number 5, Example number 6, I have calculated the revenue. One second, guys. So a question for you guys. A hotel is being run on a hill station having 160 rooms. When talking about the number of rooms, total 20s, super deluxe, 40 deluxe and 100 standard. So in aggregate 160 rooms. When talking about the average occupancy, it is 50%, 60% and 80% respectively. The cost of operation for the year is 54,56,000. So the total cost is given, that is 54,56,000. Management targeted a profit of 20% of the room rent. Further, the taxes amounting to rupees 18% of the room rent. Rent of the deluxe room will be twice of standard, and rent of super deluxe will be 2.5 times of deluxe room. So you are required to calculate the room rent. So waiting for your answers now. You guys can post the answers as first answer should be revenue and second answer will be room rent. So giving you 10 minutes time to post your answers, waiting for your answers. Okay. Assume 30 days in a month. Assume 30 days in a month. Or we can say 360 days in a year. This cost is yearly cost. So let's see who answers first. First question, revenue. Waiting for your answers. Yes, you are required to calculate the room rent per room per day. So, Rosaline, your answer is incorrect. Vaishnavi, let me check. Rosaline Pradhan, please recheck your answer. Rest all I have received answer from Vaishnavi, Dilip, Vishmita. Let me check. Yes, Ankit Mishra, do post your answers. Waiting for your answers. Giving you 5 to 7 minutes time to post your answers. Tameshwari, your answer is incorrect. Vishmita, Dilip, Vaishnavi, everyone, your answers are correct. Rest all, everyone waiting for your answer. Srinivas, Hardik Marwa, Nayan Patil, your answer is incorrect. I want everyone to participate in the session. Apurva, correct answer. Mallu Jadar, correct answer. So Mr. Sai Kiran Kumar, Bhaskar Das. Oh, great. So I've got answer from Sanya and I think she has posted all the answers. Let me check Sanya. So Sanya has posted all the answers. So let me check Sanya. Give me some time. Kasak Yadav has posted all the... Okay, Kasak Yadav, again, your answers are not matching with Sanya. So I need to check. Rosaline, now it is correct. Saundarya, very good, correct answer. So Amit Pandit, Anjali Kashyap, Anuradha, Apurva, Sai Kiran Kumar, Bhaskar Das, Bhavna, Bhumika, Revenue, Dev Kumar, your answer is incorrect. Dipali, Gurminder Kaur, Hardik, Jay Lakshmi, Karan Kumar, waiting for your answers. Nayan Patil, Neeru, Nitin, Prakriti, Rati Malini, Ritik Gupta, Shweta, Sarthak, Santosh Shahu. Okay, so I've got answers from Hardik also. So let me check Hardik. Very good, Hardik. So Hardik has also posted all the answers. And I think your answers are... One second. Kasak Yadav, your answers are different from Sanya. Hardik, again, you have got some different answers. So I'm getting different answers. The final answer, okay, the revenue is correct. But yes, the room rent, still I'm not sure whose answers are correct. Last 3 minutes now. I request you guys to please post your answers. Everyone, Ankit Mishra, Sai Kiran Kumar, Amit Pandit, your answer is incorrect. Dev Kumar, incorrect answer. Saundarya, correct answer. Anyone else ready with the answer? Or still calculating? Dev Kumar, 77,193. It is incorrect, I think. Keep on trying, Nitin. Exam में मैं नहीं आऊंगा solve करने के लिए. You have to solve the question. और वो क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा जो आप सॉल्व करके जाओगे. एग्जामिनर इज गोइंग टू आस्क यू सम डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन. सो कीप ट्राइंग. So Gurminder and Tambeshwari, your answers are incorrect. Dilip, I need to check now. So Neeru has posted all the answers. Saundarya has posted all the answers. So I need to check. Prakriti Yadav, the revenue is incorrect. One question, so many answers. I'm surprised, guys. It's a simple mathematics. It's a simple mathematics, nothing more than that. So for the students who are not being able to calculate the revenue, so see, we have the cost, that is 54 lakhs 56,000. In this, we have to add profit and tax to calculate the total revenue. So let's say the revenue is 100. Now see, taxes amounts to 18% of the room rent. So it means 18 of this room rent means what? Revenue. So taxes are 18, profit is 20. So the cost will be how much? 62. So this 54 lakh, 56,000 is equals to 62. So how much will be 100? 88 lakhs. So this is how the revenue will be calculated. So I've got answers from Nayan Patil, Vaishnavi, and Kasak Yadav. Yes, your revenue calculation is correct. Rest I need to check. Kasav, I think your answers are matching with. Yes, now it is correct. Dev Kumar. So let's start with calculation of room rent. Anyone else ready with the answers? Yes, Dev Kumar, Prakriti. So let me check now. Now, let's assume, let's first calculate the room days. Super deluxe, deluxe, and standard. So there are total 20 rooms of super deluxe and the occupancy is 50%. So on an average, 10 rooms are occupied every day into 360 days in a year. Similarly, there are 40 rooms and the occupancy is 60% per day into 360 days in a year. Similarly, here also there are 100 rooms and the occupancy is 80% into 360 days in a year. Sorry. So this will be 3,600. This will be 8,640. And this will be 28,800. I think most of the students have not calculated this part only, in fact. Okay, so I've got answer from Shweta also and Sampada also. So let me check. So many students, I think they have not calculated the rooms occupied only. They have simply considered 20, 40 and 100. Anyways, these are the room days. That is the number of times the rooms are occupied in a year. So when talking about super deluxe, it is 3,600 rooms are occupied. That is 10 rooms a day. So total for 360 days, 3,600 rooms. For deluxe, it is 8,640 and for standard, it is 28,800. Now, let's assume room rent of standard room be X. If the room rent of standard room is X, it is given that the rent of deluxe room will be twice of standard. So therefore, for deluxe room, it will be how much? 2x. If the rent of standard room is X, okay, let me check. There are few. Rati Malini, I'm not sure your answer is correct. Anjali Kashyap, let me check. Apurva, let me check. I've got answer from Shweta, Nitin, Manvi. Let me check, guys. So let's assume that the room rent of standard room be X. So for deluxe room, it will be twice, that is 2x. And for super deluxe, very important. For super deluxe room, what it is saying, that it will be 2.5 times of deluxe room. 2.5 times of deluxe room. So deluxe room, it is 2x. So 2 into 2.5, that is, it will be 5x. 2x into 2.5. So now let's start with the final part. Since the space is the constant, I'm using this part now. So standard room, it is x. So 28,800 into x plus deluxe room, it is 2x. So 8640 into 2x plus 3600 into 5x. And this should be equal to 88 lakh. The value of x will be 137.33. That is of standard. Therefore, for deluxe room, it will be 137, 274, and 686. So now let me check who posted the correct answers. So Sania, your answers were incorrect. I think one or two students posted this answer. So let me check. So I think Neeru Odedra, I think Neeru posted the correct answer, and I think she's the first one to post the correct answer. So very good, Neeru. Very good, Neeru. Thereafter, second one, Kasak Yadav posted all the answers, and your answers are correct. So very good, Kasak. I think you guys are now thorough with the concepts. Thereafter, I think Nitin Prajapati posted all the correct answers. So very good, Nitin. Then Amit Pandit. And then rest all the other students. No worries, Dave. That's okay. So those students who are getting huge answer, 41,040 rupees rent per room per day, 1648. I don't know how come you got these figures. I think Dilip, you got 83,000 as the room rent per room for standard, 1,66,000 and 4,15,000. It's like more than Taj also. Again, Dev Kumar also you got 77, 193. I don't know how come you got these figures. Anyways, so very good Kasak, very good Nitin, very good Neeru. No worries, Sanya, that's okay. Jaldi mat kijiye. Read the question carefully, solve it with patience, and then only you'll get the correct answer. Anyways, guys, those who want to copy the question and solution, giving you 5 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes time, you guys can please copy. It's a good question. Anyone having any doubts in this question, you guys can please post. The cost of operation for the year is 5456. It means the yearly cost will be 88 lakh. Sorry, yearly revenue will be 88 lakh. When the cost is given yearly, the revenue will also be yearly, right? भावना गर्ग सर 360 से मल्टीप्लाई क्यों किया? So see, Bhavna, there are 360 days in a year as mentioned. Assuming calculate the rule rate, assume 30 days in a month and 360 days in a year. And this cost is the yearly cost, not the monthly cost. No worries, Apurva. Again, I say half of the work is done if you read the question carefully. So the key is the first thing is to read each and every line of the question carefully and try to prepare the extracts of the question. सी क्वेश्चन में बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन दी गई होती है उसमें से यूजफुल इंफॉर्मेशन आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कीजिए एंड मेक अ नोट ऑफ इट एंड देन स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन डोंट रश फॉर द सॉल्यूशन See, as I said again, read the question carefully, Bhaskar. See, it is written clearly that the rent of the deluxe room will be twice of standard and the rent of super deluxe will be 2.5 times of the deluxe room. So this part was the key. Anyone else? Very good, Srinivas. You should now see everything is given straight away. हर चीज question में clearly given था. That is the total cost, the tax, and the profit. See, we have discussed similar question before also. I think when the taxes and the revenue is given, it is given in question number, example number 6 of the material in transportation industry, wherein taxes were also there and profit was also there. So what say, guys? One more question for you guys. So Vaishnavi, yes, sir, I missed out at the point where super deluxe room is 2.5 times of deluxe room. Instead, I consider 2.5. 1 second. That's okay, Vaishnavi. Again, I request you guys to read the question carefully. Half of the work is done if you read the question carefully and thoroughly. Don't rush for the solution. Anyways, let's take one more question. I have to frame a question, so just give me a few minutes. Just follow as of now, Vikram, since I'm framing the question. So whatever the instructions that are given in the question, you guys can follow. So a hotel is being run in a hill station with 150 single rooms. The occupancy varies from season to season, wherein during summers the occupancy is 90%, in winters it is 80%, and during autumn it is 40%. Assuming 30 days in a month and each season for 4 months. Further, the room rent during the summer is 3 times of autumn and in winter it is 2 times of autumn. Yearly cost of operation is 52 lakh. Management targeted a profit of 20% on cost. You are required to calculate the room rent. Nayan Patel, I don't know how many days. You have to calculate the room rent per room per day. It is given that assuming 30 days in a month and each season of 4 months. So I request you guys to post your answers first. Then I'll tell you guys that what's the correct answer. I've got few answers, so let me check, guys. I've got answer from Apurva, Vismita, Bhavna. I request you guys, every one of you guys, to please read the question carefully before proceeding for the solution. So I think Sanya has already posted all the answers. So let me check, Sanya. Very good, Sanya. Every one of you guys, Sanya, Vikram, Bhavna, Nayan, Apurva, Vismita, everyone do read the question carefully. Don't rush for the solution. I've got answer from Nayan also, Prakriti also. Again, don't rush for the solution, Prakriti. Rosaline, again, very good. You have posted the answer, but do read the question carefully. Nayan, you also. Everyone do read the question carefully. Now it is correct, Apurva. Very good. Actually, specifically, I was just mentioning that do read the question carefully. It's specifically for you only, Apurva. Now it is correct. So if it is 30 days in a month, then in a year, it will be 360 days only, Nitin. Yes, it is correct, Apurva. So specifically for you only, I was just repeating again and again, do read the question carefully. So I've got answer from Vaishnavi. 1 second, Vaishnavi. Again, your answer and Sanya's answer are different. So let me check. Okay, so your answers are matching with Rachna. Rosaline, again, I have got answers from your end. Very good, Rosaline. Let me check. Very good. Hardik, very good. I've got answers from you. Rest everyone waiting for your answers, giving you last 3 to 4 minutes to solve this question. Every one of you read the question carefully. Half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. Very good, guys. I've got answer from Shweta also, Dev also. Last 2 to 3 minutes. I've got answer from Vikram also. I think you changed your opinion, Vikram. You have posted a new and revised answer. So Sampada has also posted all the answers. So let me check Sampada. Gurmeet, your answer is in. Gurminder, your answer is incorrect. Straight away incorrect. The room rent is not so high. Kasak Yadav has posted the answer. Very good, Kasak. Prakriti, what it is? It is revenue or room rent, whatever it is. It is incorrect, straight away incorrect. Please restart your calculation. Dalip, very good. Let me check. Again, I repeat, half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. You should keep a note of it. Srinivas, I think you have not posted the answer. So waiting for your answer, Srinivas. So let me check, Nitin. So now let me post the first answer that what will be the revenue. As I said, half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. See, yearly cost of operation is 52 lakh and management target a profit of 20% on cost, not 20% on revenue. It is 20% profit on cost. So my cost is how much? 52 lakh. My profit is how much? 20% on cost. So my profit will be how much? Those who are posting 65 lakh, this calculation is just for you guys. 10 lakh 40,000. So my revenue will be how much? 62 lakh 40,000. As I said, guys, read the question carefully. Again, everyone is rushing for the solution. I have to post the answer. I have to post the answer. Guys, again, very important. I have purposely use this language 20% on cost and straight away student 52 lakh divided by 80%, 65 lakh. That answer is incorrect. 65 lakh. Most of the student posted this answer 65 lakh. After repeating again and again, Neeru also 65 lakh. Now I'm getting correct answer. 65 lakh. See, Neeru posted. I think Dev Kumar posted. Bhaskar posted 65 lakh. Dilip posted 65 lakh. Anjali Kashyap 65 lakh. Shweta posted 65 lakh. So many students. Hardik posted 65 lakh. Now Hardik has changed the answer, I think. Now let's calculate the room days. See, the total number of rooms are 150. The occupancy in summer is 90%. It means 135 rooms are on and average occupied every day into 30 days in a month, into 4 months in a year. Similarly, for winter also 150 rooms are there and the occupancy is 80%. 30 days in a month into 4 months in a year. When talking about room rent, let's assume room rent in autumn be X. So summer be 3X and winters be 2X. See, the room rent in summer is 3 times of autumn and in winter it is 2 times of autumn. So autumn it is X, so 7,200X plus summers it is 3X, so 16,200 into 3, that is 48,600X. This is autumn, this is summer, and when talking about winter it is 2X. 28,800X. This should be equal to 62,40,000. So value of X will be so now I'm getting Pallavi, please recheck your answer. Very good, everyone. That's what I'm saying. Half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. Yes, Tambeshwari, I'm just checking who all got the correct answer. So I think Sanya posted the correct answer. Hardik, you have changed the. Sampada posted the correct answer. I do remember. Kasak Yadav posted the correct answer. Ambeshwari posted the correct answer. Very good, guys. So, guys, again, I just want to tell you guys, read the question carefully. Very good, Neeru. Very good, Tambeshwari. Everyone, very good, guys. So, the point is, the key is read the question carefully. Half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. After so many times I've repeated, still again, students are just rushing for the solution rather than reading the question. Very good, Pallavi. Further, I'm surprised how come people are getting answer in 4 digits or 3 digits. I'm surprised. Few of the students are getting answers in 5 digit. I'm surprised, guys. So please refresh your concept. And still, if you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can please post your queries. I'm done with this hotel industry. I request you guys to copy the solution. And whatever the queries you have, whatever it is running in your mind, you guys can please post. I request you guys to please copy the question and the solution. Anyone else with any doubts, guys? Neeru, Sarthak, how come 37,800? I'm surprised. Sarthak, Dipali, Pallavi Jha, again you posted these 4 to 5 digit answers. Manvi, again Bhaskar Das, again you posted 4 digit answer. So anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can please post. I think one of the student Vikram also posted the correct answer, the round figure answer. So very good, Vikram. Your answers are correct. Rest, how come 4 digits answer? I'm surprised. Okay, Pallavi, let me check. Very good, Pallavi. I forgot, sorry. Okay, Neeru, I forgot. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Very good, Manvi. Yes, I know. I request you guys to copy the solution. Whatever the doubts you have, you guys can please post last 2 minutes. Okay, so I've got answer from Amit Bishwas also, Raman Tambia also. So I think I skipped your answer, Amit, and your answers are correct. Very good, Amit. Raman, I think you have calculated the answers using 65 lakh. That's why you are getting these figures. But rest, your approach is correct. So very good, Amit. And Raman, please read the question carefully. Very good, Manvi. Very good, Tambeshwari. Very good, Kasak. Everyone, very good, guys. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. Thereafter, we are done with the hotel industry now. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. We'll be back after 15 minutes with one more question on hospital industry. And then that's it. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. Admin sir, are you there? Welcome back, guys. So we are done with hotel industry now. So now let's start with the next part, that is hospitals, costing of hospitals. Total takings means total revenue, Tambeshwari. So let's start with the next part, costing of hospitals. So let's start with this example number 9. So similar question is there in the study material also. So ABC hospital runs a critical care unit in a hired building. Critical care unit consists of 35 beds and 5 more beds can be added if required. So the capacity of the hospital is 35 beds, and if we need 5 extra beds, then max to max 5 beds also we can, we can take it on higher. The rent per month of the critical care unit is 75,000. Supervisor, 2 persons, 25,000 per month. Nurses, 4%, 20,000 per month. Ward boys, 4%, 5,000 per month each. Doctors paid rupees 2,50,000 per month, paid on the basis of number of patients attended and the time spent by them. So they have given that 2,50,000 on an average we are paying, and further it is being paid on the basis of number of patients attended. Further, other expenses are given: repairs, food to the patients, other services to the patient, laundry charges, medicines, other fixed expenses, administration expenses allocated. Now, further, they are given the this question is clearly given the bifurcation of fixed and variable. So, herein, since some hints are given in the question that this much is fixed, this much is variable, so we should classify the cost in fixed and variable. Let's see what else is given in the question. Now, it was estimated that for 150 days in a year, 35 beds are occupied. It was estimated that for 150 days in a year, 35 beds are occupied, and for 80 days, 25 beds are occupied. So the data has been given for 230 days only. The hospital hired 750 beds at a charge of rupees 100 per bed per day. So they have taken few beds on hire because, after 35 beds were occupied, they needed extra beds. So the hospital hired 750 beds at a charge of 100 per day per bed to accommodate the flow of patient. However, it does not exceed more than 5 extra beds. That is the maximum limit. 5 beds and above the normal capacity of 35 beds on any day. You are required to calculate the profit per patient day. So we are required to calculate the profit per patient day if the hospital recovers on an average 2,000 per day from each patient. Find out the break-even point for the hospital. So see, in transportation industry, what we used to do, we used to calculate the ton kilometer, passenger kilometer, ton mile. In hotel industry, we used to calculate the room days. That is the number of rooms that are occupied overall. So we used to calculate room days. Herein, we will calculate the patient beds. That is the number of beds that are occupied during the year. So let's start. We have to first calculate the patient beds because the question is asking us to calculate the profit per patient day if the hospital recovers on an average 2,000 per day Further, we have to calculate the break-even point. Now, this concept I'll be discussing in marginal costing in detail. As of now, I'll be giving you a brief about what is break-even point. But let's first calculate the profit, because revenue is based on the number of beds occupied during the year. It is 2,000 per day from each patient. So we have to calculate the number of patient beds. So see guys, it is given that for 150 days in a year, 35 beds were occupied. For 80 days, only 25 beds were occupied. And further, it is given in the question that we have taken 750 beds on hire. Further, we will assume that the hospital is a new hospital and it is operating only for 230 days. And it is the first year of operation. So we'll assume that it is only 230 days in a year as of now. See, the alternate solution is possible in this question, wherein assuming 360 days in a year, the data is given for 230 days. So alternate solution is possible. But yes, guys, I'm following the approach that is given in the study material. They have assumed that it's a new hospital and it is operating only for 230 days in a year. So I'm solving the question as per the approach followed in study material. Alternative solution is possible. So we have got the number of room days, patient beds, wherein total 8,000 beds were occupied during the year. Now let's prepare the statement of profit. Since they are recovering rupees 2,000 from every patient, in total there are 8,000 patient beds. So this will be 1 crore 60 lakhs. Now the question is asking us to calculate the break-even point. So we will be calculating variable cost and fixed cost separately. So let's start with variable cost. Since we have to calculate the profit also, so we'll subtract all the costs to calculate profit. So let's start with this part. I don't want to discuss the alternate solution since the study material has solved this question as per this approach. So better refer this approach. Don't want to create controversy related to any question. As of now, this is the solution and this is the way you have to understand it. It's not a one-to-one session or it's not a classroom. It's a live session and many students are watching. So don't want to create confusion in anyone's mind. So better just follow this approach. That is more than sufficient. No need to say sorry, Hardik. It's okay. Out of curiosity, you have said, so that's okay. No worries. So let's start with all the variable costs. See, rent is fixed, supervisor is fixed, nurses are fixed, ward boys are fixed. But doctor, very important, they are being paid 2,50,000 per month on the basis of number of patients attended. So it's a variable cost. Now food to patient 8,80,000, it is variable. Other services to patient 3 lakh. Laundry charges 6 lakh are also variable. Six lakh. Medicine 7,50,000 variable. Rest all are fixed. See, very important, higher charges for bed. 750 beds were occupied and the rent paid is 100 rupees. So this will be variable. 75,000 will be variable. If you guys have any doubts till now, you guys can please post your queries. It's a very simple and straight question. So let's calculate the total 30 lakh, 8,80,000, 3 lakh, 6 lakh. So this will be 56 lakh 5,000. Now see, there is a term, we call it as contribution. It is sales minus variable cost. If we subtract variable cost from sales, what we get is what is this term? I'll be discussing this part in detail while discussing marginal costing. Very good, Sarthak. Thank you so much. And very good, Neeru. Thank you. Bhavna Garg, sir, 100 is per day. So in per annum, higher charges will be calculated. See, Bhavna, again, focus on the language. They have in aggregate taken 750 beds on hire. सीधी और आसान भाषा में उन्होंने टोटल 750 बेड्स किराए पे लिए and the rate is rupees 100. In a year, total they have taken 750 and the rate is 100 rupees. So accordingly, they have calculated 7 lakh 75,000. Now let's start with fixed cost now. So let's start with fixed cost. Rent per month is 75,000. Supervisor, it is 25,000 per month and 2 persons. Nurses are 4%, 20,000 per month. Ward boys, Now repairs, it is 81,000. Next is other fixed expenses, 10,80,000. Administration expenses, 10 lakh. So this will be 48,61,000. So contribution minus fixed cost will be my profit. If you guys have any doubts till now, you guys can please post your queries. Very good, Rati Malini. So profit per patient beds will be how much? See, 8,000 are my patient beds. So it will be 691.75. So the first part is solved. Very good, Pallavi. Very good, Rati Malini. Now the next part, what the question is asking us to calculate the break-even point for the hospital, that is B point. So when talking about break-even point, it's the point where there is no profit, no loss. ये वो point है जहाँ पे हम लोग indifferent है. That is, we neither suffer any loss and we don't make any profits. So what is break-even point? The point where there is no profit, no loss. Again, I'll be discussing this break-even point in detail in marginal costing. I mean, in marginal costing, we'll be discussing, break-even points and few more points in detail. So as of now, for your reference, what is break-even point? The point where there is no profit, no loss. When talking about how to calculate break-even point, it is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Again, why this formula is used, that also I'll be discussing in marginal costing. That, I mean, as I said, that there are no formulas in cost accounting. So I'll not be using any formulas. Now, what's the logic behind these formulas? I'll be discussing this part in detail in marginal costing. But as of now, for your reference, it is fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. When talking about contribution, how come we calculate contribution? That is selling price minus variable cost. This is how we calculate contribution per unit. Now, guys, we have the fixed cost, and when talking about the contribution, per unit, we can easily calculate. See, my contribution is 1,03,95,000 divided by my patient beds are 8,000. So contribution per patient, or we can say contribution per patient bed, will be equal to 1299.375. So we have the contribution per patient beds. So fixed cost is how much? 48 lakh. So 3741 point something I was getting. Three seven one four 1.029. So we can say 3742 patient. Till 3742 patients, the hospital will neither suffer any loss or nor will make any profit. If it is go if the number of patient goes less than 3742, let's say it is 3700, then yes, the hospital will suffer loss. But if it crosses 3742, then the hospital will make profit. So 3742 is the point where there is no profit, no loss. We call it as break even point. So this is all what about break even point. And as far as the calculation of cost per unit, it's the same. That is, when talking about hospital industry also, no need to bifurcate fixed or variable. But in this question, specifically, they have given hints that this much is variable, this much is fixed. So accordingly, we have to bifurcate. Further, this question was asking us to calculate the break-even number of patients also. That's why I have done this exercise. But in general, if it is a straight question, no bifurcation is given, no information is given as regards calculation of break-even point, you can simply straight away prepare statement of cost. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries. Those who want to copy this explanation, you guys can copy. Yes, guys, anyone with hospitals, hotels, or transportation industry, anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can please post. 3742 patient beds, not 3742, 3742 patient beds. On an average, 3,742 patient beds. If they are occupied, we call it as break even point. I request you guys to at least copy this part. It is very important. Rest, this is simple calculation of fixed and variable cost. Anyone having any doubts in transportation, hotels, and hospitals, you guys can please post your queries. I'm done with these three parts. I'm on unmute only. You just check your speaker, Bhavna. Increase the volume of your speaker. I'm on unmute only, my dear. I hope now you guys can solve any question on hospitals, hotels, and transportation. Right, guys? अच्छा, आपको अनम्यूट करना है. Admin sir.
Good
Admin
morning,
sir.
sir.
Admin sir. Okay, yes, Bhavna, tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, my dear. Tell me.
सर मेरा डाउट ये है कि जो 750 बेड्स हैं वो पर डे है ना, जो हायर चार्जेस है वो 100
नहीं
रुपीज पर
डियर,
डे है
हाउ
ना?
कैन मैक्स टू मैक्स पर डे 5 बेड्स ही ले सकते हैं. देखिए क्वेश्चन में बोला है कि 35 बेड्स के बाद अगर आप चाहे तो 5 और बेड्स ले सकते हैं. वो 5 बेड्स करके पूरे साल भर में टोटल हमने 750 बेड्स रेंट पे दिए हैं, लिए हैं. तो
ओके
750 बेड्स हमने टोटल किराए पे लिए, इंटू 100 रुपीज जो है वो एक बेड का किराया है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली आई हैव कैलकुलेटेड 75,000.
ओके सर,
क्लियर?
क्लियर सर.
Yes, Nitin. Anyone else with any doubts? Anyone, if you guys want me to unmute you, you guys can please mention whatever the queries you have. Let me check. Hardik, please mention the question number, my dear. 8 to 12 marks, my dear. The weightage of this chapter is 8 to 12 marks. I have already discussed illustration number. I'll be giving you the answers in the next session. I think I was not being able to take session on 3rd. So the class will be rescheduled and you guys will be updated soon. So just wait for a day's time. I'll be taking one more session because still few questions are pending for service. Sorry, guys, for service costing. So I'll be taking one more session on service costing. So you guys will be updated. And in that session, I'll be providing you guys the answers of example number 7 or anything else. If you want, I'll do provide it. Anything else you want from my side? Okay, I'll check it out, Hardik. Question 4, B part. I'll just give me some days time. So that's it for the day, guys. Thank you so much for your time and patience and for active participation in the session. Again, I request you guys do read the question carefully before starting with the solution. Further, whatever the answers you are getting, be it right or wrong, whatever it is, do post your answers because I want you guys to interact. I want you guys to actively participate in the session because in the coming session, we'll be discussing two most important chapters of the syllabus, that is marginal and standard. And I'll be putting many questions in front of you. So, guys, try to participate in the session. Do post whatever the answers you are getting, be it right or wrong. It's okay. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks for your time and patience. God bless you. See you in the next session. We will update you guys that when I'll be taking the next session on service costing. So till then, take care. God bless you, and do solve all the questions of hospital, hotels, and transportation industry. Take care, guys. Admin sir, done. Admin sir. Admin sir, done.